Hey guys, welcome back to Pawpaw Storytime, Sunday afternoon. Everything I wrote in the description, I'm going to leave the description like that because everything I wrote in there is true and everything did happen the way it was supposed to. And we went to grandkids that spent the night, and the grandkids we got to see, and then TT's baby shower that went really good, and the fact that we're dedicating this episode to Trinity's baby boy that's not here yet. The book series that I gave him, he has to get in increments as I read them to all of you guys. The one that we're going to read today is part of that series. And I got some really sad, painful news this morning that's been off and on today. The last that I heard, my aunt Janie is in the hospital, and she's probably not going to make it. And I haven't got to talk to my cousins yet, and I guess everybody was up at the hospital earlier saying their goodbyes. I didn't talk or see to anybody yet, but my Aunt Janie means the world to me. She was there for me at times in my life when others couldn't be or wouldn't be because of where I was at with things, and she was like one of my other mothers. I want to try to be there for everybody else. I don't know how to do that right now. Just trying to hold it together until I see everybody. I guarantee I'm going to lose it. It's very confusing. It's hard to be there for people, to ease their pain and comfort them when your heart hurts so much. My heart hurts because I still need her. And it's a different kind of hurt from like losing my dad. I was estranged with my father for a long time before he passed, and we just started to reconnect. Anyways, I had to say something on it, and I don't want to break down while I'm doing this. I'm sure that probably next week there'll be more to say. So we're just going to move on with the story time this time, and let's get this back. We are going to read I need to write it in here, but it's from the Help Me Be Good series, which I have gifted to Trinity's Aunt Trinity TT, who's also going to be mom, and her baby's going to be one of your little cousins and one of you guys watching the Pawpaw Storytime soon. And this week it's going to be being wasteful. But we're going to open with, I can't remember which order I said I was going to do these in, so we're just going to open with Life's Journeys According to Mr. Rogers. Things to remember along the way. We're on page 66. Feeling good about ourselves is essential in our being able to love others. Relationships are like dances in which people try to find whatever happens to be the mutual rhythm in their lives. This one will go back into the quotation. Right here. And we haven't read one of these for a while. We did start reading them. I think we've read 3 of them in total, and it's a series of more than a dozen books. The other 3 were gifted to TT today, and this one will go to her for baby boy, and then the others as I read them to you guys, which won't be consecutive, obviously. But this one's called Being Wasteful. It's a Help Me Be Good book by Joy Berry. This book is about Katie. Reading about Katie can help you understand and deal with being wasteful. She's been in the bath too long. She's been in there for over an hour. You're being wasteful when you use more of something than you need. You're using too much hot water. You're being wasteful when you damage or destroy something. Oops, now I remember why cats don't like to take baths. Something that is wasted might be difficult or impossible to replace. You might run out of something you need if you waste things. There's no more hot water or shampoo. Imagine that, says the cat. That's because you used all of it. I think that's her mom telling her that. Do not be wasteful, or you might not have what you need. How was your bath? Terrible, she said. It was all wet, said the cat. You need many things to help you live every day. Here are some of the things you will most likely need: food, water, clothes, fuel, supplies, and money. He said, I didn't know that. You need food to help keep your body alive and well. Try not to waste it. Do not take more food than you can eat. Eat whatever food you take. Do not play with your food. I'm full. I don't want any more. Why did you take more than you could eat? And then the cat says, is there any fish left? You need water to drink and to keep yourself clean. Do not waste it. Do not use more water than you need. Do not let water run from a faucet or a hose unless you're using it. Do not leave a faucet dripping. Turn it off completely when you finish using it. 1 bucket of water is enough to wash your bike. You forgot to turn off the water. You need clothes to protect your body and help keep it warm. Try not to waste them. Avoid getting your clothes dirty. Dirt can ruin them. Clothes that must be cleaned often wear out faster. Do not damage your clothes. Do not lose your clothes. Anything like when I was growing up, my dad used to have 2 sets of clothes for us. We had school clothes and we had play clothes. Dad said, what happened to you? And Mom says, where's your jacket? And she said, I was playing and I lost my jacket. The cat said, you see there was this big dog. You need fuel for your home. Fuel helps provide light so that you can see. It helps keep the temperature in your home comfortable. It runs the appliances you and your family use. Try not to waste fuel. Turn off the lights in rooms that no one is using. Do not turn on the heater or air conditioner unless you have permission. And turn off any appliance that is not being used. Dad said, who left the TV and the lights on again? The cat said, wasn't me. Although if you look real close, it looks like he was watching a cat show on the TV. You need fuel to power the cars and buses that take you where you need to go. Try not to waste it. Ask to be driven someplace only when it is necessary. Walk or ride your bike whenever possible. Could you drive me to Valerie's house? Valerie lives close by. Why not walk or ride a bike? Oh, brother, she's the cat's meow. You need supplies such as pencils, paper, toilet paper, soap, shampoo, and adhesive tape. Do not waste them. Do not use more of them than you need. What a waste, Dad says. You need money. Money buys you the things you need and want. Try not to waste it. Do not buy things you're not going to use. Buy the things you need before you buy the things you want. Take care of your money. Do not lose it. Dad says, don't you want to play with the toy you bought? She said, I decided I don't like it anymore. The cat said, but you just bought it. Sounds like Katie's really struggling not to be wasteful here, but she's not doing a very good job yet. Being wasteful is not good for you or others. Wastefulness can use up the valuable resources you need to survive and grow. Looks like there's only one bite out of that apple, huh? People are happier when they have the things they need. Be careful not to waste the things around you so that you and others will have whatever is needed. She says, I'll try not to be wasteful anymore. The cat says, whew. I hope she tries a lot harder than she did through the rest of the book, huh? So that's going to go in a special spot for the new baby boy. And we're going to finish up our last reading with Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Teens. It's simple ways to keep your cool in stressful times. We're on page 45, chapter 17. Check out the space between your thoughts. The first time someone suggested this to me, I thought they were absolutely nuts. Once I took a moment to consider the suggestion, however, I was able to see what was being said. Today, many years later, I use this strategy on a regular basis without even thinking about it. If you were to speak a sentence right now and then another, you might notice a tiny pause between them. It might only be a millisecond. Tinier still, almost minuscule, is a space between individual thoughts. You almost have to imagine it to experience it. This tiny little space is often the key to taking the high road instead of the low road. Have you ever had the experience of being just about ready, on the edge, of making a decision or doing something, but then at the very last instant you decided against it? If so, you've experienced the space between your thoughts. There was a very tiny moment of space, a moment of quiet, that allowed you to see the fork in the road. In a split second, you saw another option, or had an insight or a change of heart. You saw that you could go in a new direction. If you were barreling forward full speed ahead in your thinking, and there was absolutely no space between your thoughts, it would be difficult to change gears or see another way. It would be like a train out of control. But with that little tiny bit of space, you have the possibility to see something new. Sometimes when someone is critical of me, I start to get upset and think defensively. Then, just when I'm about to say something hurtful back to them, I see that I have a choice. Instead of retaliating, I'll simply let it go. It's that moment of clarity. I've had teens tell me stories about how they were just about to go along with the crowd and participate in something they knew in their heart was wrong. They may have been on the phone with a friend discussing the time and place when, right before they agreed, they had one of those moments and said instead, I'm sorry, I can't do it. To benefit from the space between your thoughts, you don't have to do anything different than what you're already doing. All you really have to do is be open to the possibility that the spaces are there and begin to look for them. If you don't notice them, don't worry about it. Just be open. You do this because in those spaces lie clarity and wisdom. It's most helpful to be looking for those spaces whenever you're really upset about something. The simple act of looking slows down your thinking ever so slightly and can break a negative or potentially self-destructing train of thought. Look for the spaces. Spaces are important. Maybe you're not going to do something different or change what you're saying or your actions or whatever, but if you have those spaces there, you'll have these little opportunities so that if you want to, you can. I really like that chapter. That's going to go back in the thing too. I didn't fill out a card today. This one, it says, where would you go if you were going to run away from home? I can't imagine running away from home. I can't imagine running away from my people. Running away from this place where I live, I could probably do that. I've been here for a while, so it is kind of comfortable on one hand, but we're getting crowded on the other hand. I would probably, I don't know, if I was going to run away, I don't think I'd run away. I don't know if I like this card. If I couldn't live around here anymore, I would probably go back to Washington. So, because even if you don't know it or remember it, your Pawpaw used to live in Washington for a while. Let's turn around and do the weekend song real quick. All right. And it says, I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll bring more stories for you. And you'll have things you want to do, and I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, 'cause thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully, and I do too. That's it. We were probably going to have to roll the dice for the other story, but I'm going to save that till next weekend. We'll either choose the story at that time, or depending on what happens with my aunt, I might choose a story on my own to fill in the space. So that's it. Make sure that you tell the people that you love them. Hold your loved ones close and tight to you. If you're somebody that's just watching, grudges probably aren't nearly as important as somebody that you could possibly lose. If you're my younger grandkids, it's important to take the cues from people, and as you learn these different things on how, when adults and grown-ups are around you lose people, how they handle it. It's not a very comfortable feeling, and it hurts all of us. We don't have to be reactionary all the time. It's a fine line to try to determine if you're one of the people that's supposed to offer comfort or be comforted. Sometimes you have to play both roles. My Aunt Janie meant more to me than most people will ever know. She's going to be missed forever. And that's it. And to all my little cousins, I love you guys more than you know. To all my grandkids, I love you guys more than you'll ever know. And my kids and my mom. I still believe that getting older is a privilege to die to a lot of people. I'm not really looking forward to this stage in my life. My generation's about to step into where we have to start losing people, and we don't always know when it's going to happen. And that's it. I love you guys for being exactly who you're supposed to be, and you're the only one that gets to decide that. And our minds, just like our books, work better when they're open. That's it, guys. I love you. I'll see you next week.